Female cashier saved a billionaire's mother, then lost her job. What happened next shocked everyone. The old woman collapsed just a few steps away from the checkout counter, her shopping bag spilling across the supermarket floor as frightened customers froze in silence. While everyone else watched in confusion, one young cashier abandoned her register without a second thought, ignoring company rules as she rushed to save a complete stranger. Within minutes, that single act of compassion would cost her the job she desperately needed, but neither she nor anyone in that crowded store could have imagined that the fragile woman lying on the floor was the mother of one of the country's most powerful billionaires. Before we continue, if you believe kindness always comes back in unexpected ways, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to Kindness Echoes for more emotional stories that restore faith in humanity. Maya had worked as a cashier for nearly 4 years. Every paycheck helped pay for her younger brother's education and covered the medical bills of her sick father. She never complained, even when customers were rude or when overtime hours left her exhausted. Her co-workers admired her gentle heart because she treated every customer with patience, whether they spent $2 or $2,000. That ordinary Tuesday began like every other day until she noticed an elderly woman walking unsteadily toward the exit. Before anyone realized what was happening, the woman fainted. Without waiting for permission, Maya jumped over the counter and caught the elderly woman before her head struck the hard floor. She called emergency services, loosened the woman's scarf, comforted her until help arrived, and stayed beside her the entire time. The checkout line became longer, customers grew impatient, and the store manager became furious. Instead of thanking Maya for protecting a customer's life, he accused her of abandoning her register, violating company policy, and disrupting business operations. Before her shift even ended, she was handed a termination letter. Walking home with tears in her eyes, Maya wondered how doing the right thing had ruined everything. She worried about rent, her father's medicine, and the future that suddenly felt uncertain. Still, she never regretted helping the old woman. She believed some choices were more important than rules. Meanwhile, the elderly woman recovered in a private hospital. Her name was Eleanor, the widowed mother of billionaire entrepreneur Daniel Brooks. After learning what had happened, Daniel couldn't believe that the woman who saved his mother's life had been fired for showing compassion. His mother described Maya not as an employee but as an angel who held her hand when everyone else stood frozen. Daniel quietly began investigating. Security footage confirmed every detail. The manager had never asked about Eleanor's condition. His only concern had been the delayed checkout line. Even several employees admitted they wanted to help but feared losing their own jobs. A week later, the supermarket staff gathered for what they believed was a routine corporate inspection. Expensive black vehicles arrived outside, followed by executives and Daniel himself. The atmosphere changed instantly. Employees whispered nervously while the manager smiled confidently, assuming the visit would praise his leadership. Instead, Daniel requested that the security footage be shown on the large meeting room screen. Silence filled the room as everyone watched Maya risking her job to protect a helpless customer. Then they watched the manager firing her without a trace of compassion. No one dared to speak. Daniel calmly announced that his family's investment company owned a significant share of the supermarket chain. He explained that profits could always recover, but a company that punished kindness had already lost something far more valuable. Effective immediately, the manager was dismissed. New company policies would reward employees who placed human life and safety above sales targets. Every branch would receive emergency response training inspired by Maya's actions. The biggest surprise came moments later. Maya, who had been invited without knowing why, walked into the room expecting nothing more than an apology. Instead, Daniel offered her a leadership position in the company's new community care initiative, with a salary several times higher than her previous income, full healthcare benefits for her family, and a scholarship covering her brother's education. He explained that businesses needed people whose hearts could not be measured by profit margins. As months passed, Maya transformed countless employee training programs, teaching that true customer service begins with compassion. Her story spread across the country, inspiring companies to rethink how they treated workers who chose humanity over procedures. Her father finally received proper medical treatment, her brother graduated from college, and Maya discovered that losing one job had opened the door to a purpose far greater than she had ever imagined. Before we reach the ending, tell us in the comments, what would you have done if helping a stranger meant risking your own job? If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share this video with someone who believes kindness still exists, and subscribe to Kindness Echoes. Your support helps these uplifting stories reach more people who need hope. Maya never became wealthy because she chased money. She became successful because, in the most difficult moment of her life, she chose compassion over fear. Sometimes the greatest opportunities arrive disguised as painful losses, and sometimes the smallest act of kindness echoes farther than anyone could ever imagine. In a world that often rewards speed over humanity, Maya proved that a caring heart can change not only one life but an entire company, and that kindness, no matter how costly at first, always finds its way home.